No pilot, no cockpit, no human in the loop. Turkey's Bayraktar Kizilelma, a jet-powered unmanned combat aircraft, locked onto a high-speed aerial target using its own ASU radar, fired an air-to-air missile and destroyed it. A beyond visual kill, the first ever by an autonomous unmanned fighter jet in aviation history. Turkish Air Force commander stood before the cameras and declared, Turkey has opened the doors into a new era in the aviation history. He was not exaggerating. Now pivot to India. 6 weeks later, HAL confirmed that India's own combat drone, the CATS Warrior, will not fly until 2027.
We're building a UCAF, which is called the CATS Warrior. It's a combat air teaming system, manned, unmanned teaming. So this is going to be a wingman for the manned aircraft. So that's something which we're working on, which will fly.
When?
It will be ready by next year, and in 27 we expect it to fly.
A program that was supposed to take off in 2026 has been pushed back again. The contrast could not be sharper. At a time when China is rapidly fielding combat drones and Turkey is exporting them across the world, India is still waiting for its indigenous loyal wingman to leave the runway. The question is not whether India can build one. The question is whether India can build it fast enough. The Kizilelma is not a surveillance drone. It is not a loitering munition. It is a stealth-capable, jet-powered, unmanned fighter built for air combat, the same role reserved for manned aircraft. And Turkey built every part of it at home. The numbers are formidable. Maximum takeoff weight of 8.5 tons, a payload of 1.5 tons of weapons, combat radius approaching 500 nautical miles, which roughly translates to 926 kilometers, operating speed of Mach 0.9 altitude, ceiling of 25,000 feet. Internal weapon base that preserve its low radar cross-section in the contested airspace. The platform carries Aselsan's Murad ASU fire control radar, the toy gun electro-optical targeting system, and an AI-enabled mission computer. The kill chain in the November test was entirely indigenous. A Turkish aircraft with a Turkish radar firing a Turkish missile against a jet-powered target. Every link in that chain was made in Turkey. In October 2025, the third prototype completed live fire ground strike tests using the Aselsan's Tolun precision-guided munitions. In December 2025, two Kizilelma prototypes conducted the world's first autonomous close formation flight by unmanned fighter jets using artificial intelligence. In March 2026, precision bomb strikes were validated using Aselsan's LGK-82 laser-guided kits and the Roketsan's Tiber-82 GPS INS munitions. On March 15, 2026, bomb strike tests were confirmed. On June 22 this year, live flight trials began under the Leonardo Baykar K-Swarm program, Turkey's unmanned fighter that is being integrated into NATO's next-generation air combat architecture. Mass production has already begun. Baykar now aims to produce over 10 units by 2026. The unit cost sits between $30 and $40 million, a quarter of what an F-35 costs. Indonesia has already signed for an initial batch of 12 aircraft with options for 60 total. Here is the geopolitical dimension that demands India's attention. Pakistan Air Force Chief Air Chief Marshal Zahir Ahmed Sidhu was photographed standing in front of the Bayraktar Kizilelma at Baykar's facility in Turkey on May 22, 2026. A 4-star air chief beside a jet-powered stealth drone that has already demonstrated an autonomous BVR kill. Reports suggest that Pakistan is actively evaluating the Kizilelma for procurement. Turkey is Pakistan's growing defense partner. During Operation Sindoor in May 2025, Pakistan deployed Turkey's Bayraktar's TB2 drones against India. India's indigenous Akashir air defense system tracked and neutralized them. Not a single drone hit its intended target. But the TB2 is a propeller-driven platform, flying slow, flying low, and flying without stealth. The Kizilelma is a different category of threat entirely. It is faster, it has better survivability, it carries air-to-air missiles. It can hunt, not just strike. If Pakistan acquires Kizilelma, the IAF will face a platform that India has no equivalent answer to, not today and not in the immediate future. India's CATS Warrior, the Combat Air Teaming System, is actually a well-conceived program. A stealth-capable, AI-driven, loyal wingman designed to fly alongside Tejas, Rafale, Su-30 and AMCA. Developed by HAL in partnership with New Space Research and Technologies, with Tata Excelsi building the fuselage jigs and Tata Advanced Systems delivering the demonstrator. The 2-ton prototype was displayed at Aero India 2025 and drew attention for its blended wing, stealth design and internal weapons bay. Ground testing of its engines was completed in January 2025. A modern Kiran trainer aircraft that is being used to test data link systems for manned-unmanned teaming. The design features a payload of 650 kilograms, a range of 700 kilometers for strike missions, and compatibility with DRDO's smart anti-airfield weapon. But the CATS Warrior has not flown. HAL confirmed that the maiden flight has slipped to 2027, citing the complexity of flight control software, aerodynamic refinements, and weapons integration. The heavier 5-ton Warrior 2 variant with 1,200 kilograms of payload is not expected in the air between 2028 and 2031. A 10-ton high-altitude stealth variant is still awaiting government approval and, if sanctioned, would require 4 to 5 more years of development. The Kizilelma fired an air-to-air BVR missile in November 2025. The CATS Warrior's first flight is at least a year away. India's air doctrine is changing. The IAF understands that the future of contested airspace is unmanned, autonomous, and AI-driven. The CATS Warrior, when it flies, will be a force multiplier. Each manned fighter paired with 3 to 4 loyal wingmen, creating swarm strike capable without risking pilot lives. The Akashir success during Operation Sindoor showed that India can build world-class defense systems indigenously. That confidence is deserved. But air defense and offensive, autonomous air combat are different problems. India has the talent, the industrial base, the institutions to close this gap. HAL, DRDO, Tata, Rolls-Royce as a potential engine partner, a Selson as a potential regional benchmark. But the closing gap requires urgency that matches the threat. Turkey did not wait. It built its unmatched fighter from scratch and flew it before the world was ready to take it seriously. Pakistan is now ready to buy it. India's CATS Warrior is a capable platform in the making. But the capability on the drawing board does not protect airspace. The sky does not wait for paperwork.